So, the newest episode of Simpsons X Fortnite has just dropped, and there's a bit of lore to get through, as well as Homer Simpson may have just gone too far. And in the first few seconds of the episode, Professor Frink drops some gold.
Homer, your shard is loaded with 0-point energy, the most dangerous force in the Omniverse.
So that is the first name drop, I think, of the Omniverse for quite a while. Of course, the Zero Shard, as he said, is loaded with 0-point energy, as that's what it kind of broke off. And should we trust Homer with it?
Dangerous force in the Omniverse.
Because as he says, it's the most dangerous force in the Omniverse. It also created the Omniverse, the 0-point energy. So, it is a concern.
Next, of course, to love.
And I would have to agree. Love is a dangerous force as well. So as we know from episode 1, Homer wants to make Springfield a paradise with this shard-infused remote control. And so far it's gone alright, but in this episode it does take a dramatic turn. But of course, Professor Frink, being Professor Frink, would love to have it so he can do some research on it. But obviously, Homer wants to do his own thing first.
Finish making Springfield a paradise.
Well, what more can you do? You've already turned my robocaller into a ladybot.
Let's go home, Tiger.
And of course, Homer notices the cloud that, of course, looks like a donut-shaped cloud. And obviously, if you looked at recent leaks, you will probably know what this is going to allude to in the next Fortnite update.
Behold, giant food from the sky.
Of course, Homer turns it into a donut, which does allude to a future Fortnite update, which we do in this short seed gameplay trailer for said update. Not before Homer decides to turn Professor Frink into, I guess, Banana Professor Frink?
It leaves me absolutely nothing to show the Nobel Prize Committee. Fantastic! I cannot wait to study me. Self-dissection, here I come. With the cutting and the looking and the...
Sorry, not sure why the Simpsons animators are so consumed and slightly overzealous and are so obsessed with dissecting and eating bananas. Obviously, a actual Simpsons episode couch gag had them eating purely from the table like a banana sundae. I don't know who's working at the Simpsons at the moment, but what are we doing? Then they link it to actual gameplay trailer of obviously Professor Frink as a Peely variant, and of course we get to see a couple skins we haven't seen in game as of yet, which obviously is also the chainsaws are back. When did that happen? We see Mo. Obviously, it's literally raining donuts. What has Homer done? What has he done? Which of course leads us into the next part of the short, where they're not quite happy.
As the town mob whipper up, I say Homer has gone too far.
So they want to nip Homer Simpson in the bud. They don't want him doing any more of this crazy stuff with the Zero Shard. Enough's enough, and they need to get that back from him. Or get it away from Homer.
Let's get rid of our city's so-called savior.
But, unbeknownst to them, Homer was kind of one step ahead, but then found out he was 10 steps back. So Homer wanted to destroy the evidence, and that didn't go so well, as it would when Homer Simpson is behind it.
Okay, Homer, you know how to handle angry mobs.
Obviously, Homer Simpson is no stranger to mobs coming after him, which I think the biggest, obviously, Easter egg which they were alluding to would have been from the film, where Homer's actions also caught up with him then. And same will happen again. And of course, Mo Sislak is always the one behind the mobs. That's why he said it. He's literally the figurehead.
As the town mob whipper up,
If there's a mob, Mo's behind it. At least most of the time, anyway. He's one of the top members. I just feel like everyone remembers that scene of them going to Homer Simpson's house from the film if you don't regularly watch the series.
So long, Trouble. Core flare-up. Good sign. Now to take a break.
So yes, Homer falls into the mixture of nuclear waste and 0-point energy mixing with said nuclear waste. And it's actually pretty violent, because I thought this might actually be it for Homer. Wait, what?
Family never got to eat candy bar. Smart, stupid Flanders.
So yes, Nat somehow ignites a Homer Simpson zombie invasion of the Springfield Fortnite map, which I presume is going to lead to next week's update, as well as the donuts falling from the sky, which we of course was alluded to in the key art for the start of the season. But I didn't know about the Homer Simpson zombie army, because he fell into the 0-point vat, and yeah, that's what happened there then. So yes, that was episode 2 of the Simpsons Fortnite shorts series they're doing, and I liked it. I liked the mixture of gameplay, which I think kind of happened in the first one at some point. Obviously, it was part of the event, so they might have added a trailer afterwards. I can't quite remember how that went. But overall, good storytelling. I love the mention of the 0-point energy and the Omniverse from Professor Frink. I think that was pretty decent. I feel like Fortnite and The Simpsons are doing this collab justice. Look, I know a certain selection of storyline fans would prefer Fortnite just to occasionally stand their own, but so much of the great storytelling in Fortnite has been collabs, like Batman 0-point. 0-point is arguably a lore book in itself, with some of the stuff that came from it, and I don't mind this. If a collab is done right, I don't mind it. Star Wars, the season may have been weak, but the actual the event and some of the storytelling was done well. But I would argue the Simpsons have been done miles better. Definitely, probably better than the second Marvel season. Maybe that might be a bit of a crazy take, but I do think it's probably better than the second Marvel season. Maybe it's not a crazy take. Let me know down in the comments below if you think it's a crazy take. But we have 0-point energy and the Omniverse mentioned. We have turning clouds into donuts. Cloudy with a chance of donuts. We obviously have Professor Frink turning into his Fortnite variants. We have a look at gameplay, which we also got the chainsaw, and that's obviously not in yet, I don't believe. And then we got how the donuts react when they hit the ground as well. And you can sort of hit them, which you can sort of do with the one in the town at the moment with the guy, I can't remember his name. But that can also damage, you can also move it. So it looks good. It looks good. It looks crazy. It's just raining donuts. Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what I was talking about. Lad donut. Have we got any Fortnite adjacent characters in this little scene here? Strange enough, no. Oh cool, we got Fat Tony, Krusty, which we did see in the rest of the scene. Was it Lovejoy, Revenant Lovejoy? Disco Stew. Cat Lady, Otto's here, but yeah, whatever Homer's done has not made her very unhappy. Cole and Lenny, who Homer plans to blame for the whole 0-point thing.
Homer, you know how to handle angry moms. First get rid of the evidence, then blame Lenny.
But anyway, that's the second episode. Hope you did enjoy this breakdown. It might be a breakthrough for Fortnite, as does Homer still have the 0 shard? It fell into a nuclear vat, but whatever it's done, it's changed his it's changed reality, as the 0 shards often do, and reality waves. I assume, I assume we're meant to presume that the 0 shard was melted down. Are we meant to presume that the 0-point shard is melted down? Maybe. It looks like it is, because then obviously where would you get liquid from? So we're meant to presume the 0 shard is melted down, including, I guess, the clones of Homer. What else is going to come from the power plant? Guess we have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this one, leave a like. Comment down below what you make of it. Guys, until next time, it has been your boy, Mr. J. White. Next time, bye-bye.